This is the best year to handle legal issues, look at your finances, publish or synthesize that new idea or project that you want to get done, put it out in the world. Make sure you put some energy and some priority into simplifying your life, making things direct and clear, and hold your ground, having little tolerance for anything or anyone that's covert, non-direct, or isn't truly honest, basically, or authentic. Attention to your health, exercise, nutrition, attempt to balance and realign all of your body, mind, and spirit. This year, energy is 100% behind you in doing that. And keep in mind that if there's any kind of Libra person in your life, balance could be mirrored to you by this important person. In today's busy world, how can we find the inspiration, knowledge, and energy to live a healthy and empowered life? If we balance and harmonize our mind, exercise our body, live according to the laws of nature, and connect to spirit, can we find a way to heal, become our authentic self, and live our purpose with love? I am your hostess, Amy Fournier, and welcome back to Awakening Aphrodite. It's like the structured, coherent water that's in this cute little wand, which is the size of basically a large pen, can fit in your purse, pocket, whatever. I travel with mine, everything, is the conductor of an orchestra. All the other water molecules are like you get the cello and the drum and the bass and the harp and all these different instruments, but the wand is like the master conductor, which is going to structure them and make it sound in harmony. Otherwise, you're just going to have noise, which you guys called chaos.
Water loves to be coherent, and it takes over the energy from the coherent state. Water knows that it is out of balance, and it wants to immediately come back to its most original state. If you want to have the right Beethoven, use this one.
There you go. Okay, analemo-water.com. If you want to purchase your own wand, which we highly recommend, you can get it there. You can also get it on my website. I only put products I believe 100% used personally on mine. I couldn't get this on my website fast enough in my e-store to share with people, and you can even save 10%. You use the Amy coupon. It's on my website. Thank you for providing that, by the way. Welcome back to Awakening Aphrodite with Amy Fournier. This show is about helping you to be healthy and fit in mind, body, and spirit, as well as harmonize your masculine and feminine energy, tap into your intuition, your true source of power, and awaken your authentic self. Welcome to 2024, everybody. Regardless of when you're listening or watching this, I just hope you're doing amazing and you are in the right place to feel inspired and connected as to what kind of energy and what kind of potential and promise the year ahead will bring. This is going to help you understand a little bit about cycles, alignment, and numerology, and getting ourselves in tune with these kind of things. We're going to refer today to one of the most classic books on the Tarot Handbook by Angelise Aaron. She is a classic author in this area. It talks about the symbols from psychological, mythological, and cross-cultural perspective that the Tarot brings. If you really study the history of it, and I have, trust me, I would not be talking about this if I felt like there was any kind of dark or sinister energy to it. No, it's really quite the contrary, like of a lot of things that we're finding out, the things that people had used for centuries and for a long time to help them connect with God and Great Spirit and Goddess and nature and live in harmony with all of who they are. A lot of these practices and principles and beliefs and really heartfelt, beautiful ways of just existing were really just maligned and by organized religion and different forces that tried to really kind of damper down people's empowerment, their own ability to tap directly with source and their God sense within themselves. Now, I don't know about you, but my personal belief is that we aren't God. God is part of us. God, Goddess, Great Spirit made us, but my belief isn't that we are the Godhead. It's just that we have the ability to connect with God because we are made by God, Goddess. Now, please use any term that you feel comfortable with. Great Spirit, I often say, the creative force, whatever it is, whatever created you is just something you can substitute. But the tarot was a very prominent way that people would use to connect to these cycles. There were major cycles with astrology and nature and seasons and life, the life cycle itself. One episode I'm going to refer you to, if you'd like a little more background on the tarot, is one of my favorite episodes with a guy who is just a hot ticket. He's a PhD, and that's Dr. James Wanless. It was way back in the beginning of the show, Awakening Aphrodite. I was super pumped to talk to him because he is a pioneer in the world of tarot and extremely experienced in it. That is episode 27, and we actually called it, Is the Tarot Devil Worship? Tools to connect to your unconscious, the shadow, and life purpose, and the key to relationships as well as anti-aging with Dr. James Wanless. I think you'll find that show very entertaining because he really is a character, and we get into the tarot. So check out episode 27. You might also want to refer to episode 177 because in that episode I talked to you about the connection between nature and numerology. Today we're going to talk about numerology in the sense that 2024 is an 8 year, the number 8. What does that mean? Well, the numerology, as I talk about in 177, and by the way, you can find out what your number is based on your birth date, but listen to that episode if you want to hear about that. If we add up 2024, 2024, what do we get? 8, right? 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. Therefore, 2024 is an 8 year. As I talk about in episode 177, 8 is the symbol, the numeric symbol for balance and infinity. If you think of the number 8 and turn it sideways, horizontally, it is the infinity sign. So it's the continuation, it's the flow. It's also symbolic of materialistic things, like the tangible things in the world. So it's often associated with money and material things. In the tarot, the 8 is a major trump card, which is one of the 22 major cards of the deck. And basically the tarot, you want to think of it as a human's life journey. It's all humankind goes through this life process of 0 to 22 in the trump cards, from the Fool to the World. The tarot helps give us some inner guidance as to what's going on at different stages in our lives psychologically that can line up with what's going on externally in our actual world. 2024 is an 8, which is symbolic of the principle of balance, justice, and realignment. Let's just kind of pause right there for a minute. Coming into a new year, okay? It's an 8 year, which is about creating balance in our lives. How often do you feel people saying like they're out of balance, right? They work too much, or maybe they're not eating right, or they're not drinking enough water. It's also symbolic of justice and realignment. An 8 symbol represents the universal principle of alignment and balance, and in most tarot decks, the symbol can also be known as the Justice card. This reflects the principle of negotiation and truth. On the card, because there's a picture on the card, you'll see there's a figure that stands in a diamond, having pierced the webbed veils of illusion, delusion, and deception. In Egyptian mythology, this central figure portrays Mat, the goddess of law, truth, and justice. This Egyptian goddess played an important part in the judgment of the dead. Either herself or her feather was placed on the scales opposite the heart of the dead person in order to test its truthfulness. In Egyptian culture, they used to say that your heart has to be the weight of a feather or less in order to pass on and have your soul evolve. So it's why we want to have our heart as light as a feather, right? Just keeping centered in that beautiful elevation of the heart energy. In astrology, this symbol represents Libra, the scales. Within the scales are the Greek letters Alpha, which represents beginnings, and Omega, which symbolizes endings or completions. The principle of balance requires that whatever is initiated or begun, the Alpha, must be completed at some time, the Omega. The scales are also symbols of legalities, financial balance, and business acumen. So that's something to keep in mind in the year coming up. Is there anything going on for you financially, or maybe even legally? You've got something pending. And again, if there's some kind of necessary thing in your life that needs to come into balance, basically the universe, the galaxy is giving you this opportunity. It's all the forces behind it are really behind backing you, putting energy, consciousness, and life force into balancing these things now, because you're going to have an easier time of doing that, because you're going to be in harmony with the rest of the cosmos of what all that energy is going towards. The perfectly shaped circles or balloons in this symbol of the Tarot deck 8 represent formulated thoughts or ideas. This is the integrating, balancing, and synthesizing mind, which is often expressed through writing, research, and design. This card is also the only card where the Ace of Swords appears on another symbol other than its own card. Here, the Ace of Swords is facing downward, symbolizing the application of created ideas in tangible, useful ways. So what's that telling us is it's time to apply what you've been doing. It's time to apply all these great ideas that you've had, like, oh, I should do this, or that would be cool, or I want to make this, or whatever. Within this symbol, the Ace of Swords, the creative mind, is being directly applied and brought to earth in realistic and practical ways. So this is saying, get off your duff and do it. Like, do that creative thing that you've been saying in the back of your mind you wanted to do. This is the year to make it happen. The 4 elongated pillars in the background of the card represent balance of health, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. There you go. The eyes of the figure are masked, symbolizing the ultimate guidance for balance, and staying within one's center comes from within. So it's the best year to bring what's been out of balance into your life back into balance. It's a good time to balance financial and legal considerations. Think of the scales of justice. It's also a good time to attend to health. Your 4 elongated pillars in the background of the card, like I just mentioned, whether that be your emotional health, your mental health, your physical health, or your spiritual health. It's also a great time to implement new ideas in practical ways. Again, that sword touching the ground. It's time to implement. Because it's a symbol of balance, it's a good year to simplify your life. Simplify your life. I know that's been a goal of mine for sure. Often you might find yourself cleaning out basements, garages, closets for the purpose of letting go of clutter or unused items in your life. This is the perfect time to do it. Clarity, order, and balance become increasingly important to you during this year ahead. Own your illusions, delusions, or self-deceptions, because they will become intolerable, as your ability to tolerate these deceptions and illusions of others will also be intolerable. You won't be able to deal with untruths, basically. Truth and authenticity are qualities that you reclaim for yourself during this year. Nature and being in nature becomes a healing and rejuvenative source for you. The combinations of water, greenery, and sunlight bring a sense of balance and healing to your own nature. Spending time outdoors becomes a priority for you in getting harmony with this year. Hey everybody, there's a takeaway. It's telling us to get outside this year as much as possible. So this is a really cool part too. Libra people, and that's basically anybody born between September 21st and October 21st, function as important mirrors and teachers to us during this year. It's the best year to resolve issues with the Libra people in your life, or learn from Libra people about the art and craft of balance that can restore simplicity and healing in your life. And I'll just add a side note too, that imbalance is often created by overanalyzing or doubting yourself. And it can also be created by overextending and depleting yourself. How many times do we overextend? I know for me, it's like I commit to way too many things in one day, and then it creates so much stress and anxiety for me because I look at this list of a million things I got to do, and I get to like 3 of them. And then it's like, oh my God, I had all this to do. And it's like, it creates a tremendous amount of internal pressure that is not healthy for me. I'm lucky I don't have high blood pressure. Frankly, I'm surprised I don't. But I do have tense muscles, particularly in my neck. And you know, it's all self-created. It's like, why do I do that? I mean, I got to pull that back. That's going to be one of my resolutions for this coming year, is to stop overcommitting to too many things in one day. I've heard it say before that we overestimate what we can do in 1 year and we underestimate what we can do in 5. And it's true, right? Same as the day. You probably overestimate what you can do in a day, but underestimate what you can get done in a month. So, in conclusion, welcome 2024. Here we go. This is the best year to handle legal issues, look at your finances, publish or synthesize that new idea or project that you want to get done, put it out in the world. Make sure you put some energy and some priority into simplifying your life, making things direct and clear, and hold your ground, having little tolerance for anything or anyone that's covert, non-direct, or isn't truly honest, basically, or authentic. Attention to your health, exercise, nutrition, attempt to balance and realign all of your body, mind, and spirit. This year, energy is 100% behind you in doing that. And keep in mind that if there's any kind of Libra person in your life, balance could be mirrored to you by this important person. I am going to jump forward, both feet, free diving off the cliff with you into this year, holding a sense of promise and feeling optimistically positive at all the things that this year can bring. Let's go ahead and step into the year together.
Would you like to support my mission to help empower people all over the world to be all of who they truly are? If so, please subscribe to the show, leave a review on iTunes, and share it with a friend. And if you're looking to take immediate action to align your energy and optimize your health, visit amyfournier.com. Thanks for listening to Awakening Aphrodite. Let's awaken her together in you. I'm your hostess, Amy Fournier, and I already can't wait to be with you again and for you to hear what I have planned for the next show.
Thanks for listening to Awakening Aphrodite with Amy Fournier. To learn more about Amy, check out her website, amyfournier.com. That's amyfournier.com. You can also check out Amy's live and on-demand virtual fitness and yoga classes, and sign up for her newsletter to receive a free mini ebook of 3 of her top tips for making holistic health a lifestyle. Again, that's amyfournier.com. and get your ebook sent to your email immediately. Connect with Amy on the daily on Instagram at FitAmyTV, FITAMYTV, and watch many of the podcast episodes and subtopic clips on her YouTube channel, which is also FitAmyTV. Enjoy, and we'll see you next time on Awakening Aphrodite.